Right, if you're still with us or you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's get to our main conversation. God is Good Motors GIGM has confirmed the mass abduction of passengers traveling from its Otako bus terminal in Abuja to Port Harcourt, River State on October 11, 2024.
In a statement released on Saturday, the company addressed the kidnapping following social media criticism from families of the abducted passengers who had expressed frustration over GIGM's initial silence.
Very true, and according to the bus driver, all passengers were kidnapped except for a nursing mother whose baby was crying uncontrollably.
Very true. And both the driver and the mother were released by the kidnappers. And the driver promptly reported the incident to the anti-kidnapping unit in Port Harcourt at around 11:30 p.m. on Friday.
GIGM emphasized that the driver is fully cooperating with law enforcement and the company is working closely with security agencies to ensure the safe return of the kidnapped passengers.
The statement expressed concern for the victims and assured the public of GIGM's commitment to securing the release of those abducted.
Very true. Another day of bloom in our country, Nigeria. But of course, let's have a conversation right about now. And doing that with us in the studio is Barrister Vansu Feli and Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, both are barristers of law and public affairs commentator. Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you so very much for the time. All right, so let's have a discussion and our conversation again. Unfortunately, it's another day of doom and gloom, in our country. At a point like this shouldn't be what we should be talking about, but of course, that's the story we have. Barrister Vansu Feli, what do you think about this? I know you've said it countless times, we've addressed this issue multitude of times, but what do you have to say about this particular sad event?
Well, we are still battling with the problem of insecurity in the country. The kidnappers are not, they are more like the insurgents. Their own world is more of hit and run. You will need to comb the entire country and man the entire country with security apparatus to suppress kidnapping, because they are not branded. They are not in any vehicle branded as we're kidnappers, and it's not written on their shirt or their foreheads. Okay, but what the security agencies must do is to develop and increase intelligence. Okay, because this case points to many directions. It means that not just God is good, any other company, so long as you are applying the road, even if it's not a company, just any person can be kidnapped now. And that is very unfortunate. Unfortunate to the extent that we don't even know where to go and where not to go any longer. Because some people, you can even be kidnapped in the city too. Okay? You can be kidnapped while you are traveling interstate. You can be kidnapped within a state and all that. How would government respond to this? The state police we talked about, it seems to have been an abandoned project now. Okay? I mean, the loudest voice we heard during the state policing was from the Southwest. They were empowered and armed. But where are they? Many of them have converted the arms to using them to hunt. And then they sit down to play draft. Even in the east, they are not effective. In the north, they are effective to the extent of combating alcohol consumption. They are not effective in any because look at Southern Kaduna, look at the kidnapping is ongoing in Zamfara. They have even
It's literally non-existent.
So and then Taraba, not Taraba, place where the former president came, Katsina.
No, at the, okay.
Katsina, where the former president came from. Look, I'm talking about the flashpoints. You could see that Hisba, they are not effective. The ones in the is it neighborhood watch? The ones in Lagos. I did the state police or something. So nothing is working as it relates to security. Okay. Then to worsen the matter, the economic situation have gone bad. We have new layers of new percentage in unemployment. Okay, more people will still be sent away from their workplace and all that. So by the time you put all the issues together, it's one issue that if we want to confront, we must confront it vis-a-vis improving the lifestyle of the people.
Yeah, because very well true. If you take a look at the reportage for the kidnappers to have allowed the nursing mother go. It means their quest is just to make money.
Yes, to extort. Not like they want to kill people or whatever, just to extort. And I believe they let the driver off to, perhaps they wanted the driver to take the woman and the baby away. That's what I think. But a lot of people have changed the story. That how could the driver be let loose? That possibly the driver connived. There was a lot of stories and rumors. But until investigation is properly done, we cannot tell who.
Thank you, Barrister. Now, Barrister Tunja, if we're talking about this kidnapping case, I think GIGM's own came out in the open. Because as far back as 2019, 2020, ABC, GEO, Peace Mass, these are different transport companies that have experienced this over time. Now, this brings me to this question. Are these kidnappers working independently, or are they part of the larger organized crime network that have been involved in similar abductions across the country?
See, Chihuahua.
I want to say spiritual.
Coming to become a wizard.
It's actually a spiritual question.
You want to know what is inside Anyway, you see, your question, you may not be out of point in the right sense. It may not be something that is being independent. It may be an organized group. It might be a kind of when you talk about the banditry, the Boko Haram, those are all those. When we talk about Boko Haram has been disseminated, the bandits have been they come in different form. Maybe they will leave when they realize that look, this one is no longer paying, or they are already fighting a way around this one. Let's turn to another thing. So I believe most of those people are found in this Boko Haram crisis, S-man crisis, the banditry. Probably they are still the same set of people who are into this kidnapping of the king in the name of changing the business. But you see, we have a situation whereby we don't have security in the country, failure of security. And we are hearing this because of GIG, because it's popular. Some people say it happens every day.
You're very sure.
With unknown vehicles and all those who don't have a name. If a week ago, or was it a week, or just few 5 days or so, a particular station who wants to go and cover our football match, they were kidnapped. They found everything was in fact one person unfortunately lost.
They were killed.
So
they were all killed.
No, not all.
No, one.
Okay, one.
One, two, or three. Some of them have been released. Some of them are still with them. They are still staying with them, and the orbit, or what do you call it?
The OP van.
Orbit fan has been released as well. So it's not a new thing. We have been doing. Unfortunately, those in government don't see this. Don't believe it because propaganda. But I remember about 2 or so a week ago, the NSA was on TV or somewhere at the program where it was saying there is no longer kidnapping. The security is now perfect. You can move from one place to another without any fear of any intimidation or any kidnap or whatever. And these are the responses. It happened some days after when he made those statements. It happened in Nigeria, people were kidnapped or something. So as long as people in comment don't tell them say the truth, that we have not done the right thing, or we are not doing the right thing, we will continue to have this thing. So for me, if I'm doing the same thing the same way, I'm expecting a different result. We don't have enough personnel. And the one you refer to as state police, they are not state police. They are like community, whatever. So
no, they were to step into the shoes.
I know.
Because the legislation has not.
You are just referring in code. You refer to them in code as because they are working in the state. So they are like community, whatever. That's like Amateku and some other what's the one in the east and all those ones in the north. They as long as they are not allowed to carry or they are not limited, there is little they can do.
Okay.
So as far as I'm concerned, it's still a failure of security. Okay,
thank you, Barrister Tunja. Now, Barrister Asufele, looking at the recurring nature of this kidnapping case, is it not making it, it's beginning to get normalized, that citizens are beginning to not have confidence in the government? And when this grows beyond this, how far can the citizens now be able to protect themselves?
It will lead to lawlessness, because once the government is not able to protect the citizens, they have lost the moral justification to instruct them on what to do. Okay? Further on other issues. Because the social contract theory is to the extent that government must, in exchange of the people's tax, provide security. for the good governance of the country and protect her citizens and ensure that their welfare and security is guaranteed as it is in the Constitution. But in the case of that reference, where you have a long deprivation, okay, just like Akpabio was talking 2 days ago, that anywhere you see free food, help yourself. When you begin to make statements like that, it means that government has given up. I mean, the number 3 man in the country, it means government are giving up on the people. What is indirectly saying is that, even though the statement is not official, but what is indirectly saying is that go and help yourself and do more like resorting to self-help. That is what it is by implication. But that is not how government should sound, okay? Government should be able to inspire confidence, okay? And state exactly what it is doing at the moment to improve the lives of the citizens, to improve security, to improve the economy, to bridge, all the falling walls of the country's advancement and progression. But if you now have a government that is now does not even know where the center is any longer, let alone holding it together, then it means that it's going to be a very long night for the citizens. And for citizens, I would rather that people should reduce, if it's not very expedient, if it's not necessary, and if it's not an emergency, reduce how you travel. That for self-preservation, I mean, wisdom is just what it is. As much as possible, people should reduce even the cost of transportation now, the fueling and the movement and all that. It's even self-explanatory. It is self-inducing that people should reduce how they travel. I'm not saying people should not travel. And when they travel, I mean, they are in the hands of the Almighty because the government is not ready. The government have not done. Now that this thing has happened, you see what they do now, police will investigate. After them, they will try to trace those kidnappers, find the remote and immediate cause, and they will leave it there. You understand? The Caucasians, what they will do, they will look at the effect of that, how that is planned, how they can avert such kind of movement again, or what they can do on the road, or what kind of strategy they can deploy, okay, to ensure that even if these people come to kidnap, there should be a repellent, something of solution to foreclose the likelihood of a reoccurrence. You understand? But ours will just do it and end it there, face another thing. So not only that we're not getting it right, we're not also prepared to avert further occurrences in future. So the company have said they will do all they can to rescue. Are they going to pay ransom if they're asking for ransom? Or are they going to, get the police or get people to go and arrest them? Which are the options? We need to know further. These are citizens of the country.
Very, very true. Barrister Tunji Abdul Hamid, I would love to ask this question, particularly because you are an active politician, and if possible, I'd love to ask you what you think is running through the minds of an average Nigerian politician in matters like this, especially when it doesn't affect them directly. Before now, I used to know that there used to be what was called arms for cash deal, right? Where politicians ask people, right, if you have arms, bring them, we'll pay you so we can reduce the number of arms in circulation. Do you think that could be the best solution at this point? Because, of course, these are non-conventional, people who do whatever that they feel like doing. Doing an arm for cash deal, do you think that would possibly reduce the spate of insurgency and such issues in Nigeria?
It has not and it will not. It has not. This is not the first. It's been done several times, and then you can see the repercussion thereafter. Some of them who come out to say we have surrendered our arms after weeks or days. You will see them back in the where they were before, and then they will continue where they are. You see, as long as we don't punish people, we don't see that effect of people being made a sample of. In other words, when you government decide to take a full responsibility in terms of ensuring that look, whenever you are caught, you are made to face the lap of the law, and then they look at it to the end, and you are convicted, and people see. You remember in the 80s or when we have Mandy Osubo and the Anenia Pope.
Yeah.
Then we have Yenusi and Co. That time. You know, at that time they do what they call fire in the squad.
Highway robbery.
Yeah.
When when they do that happen, you do for months, for you do not hear that.
Definitely.
I like that thank God, or what how do I call them?
Or bandits.
Yes.
Highway robbers.
And because they were punished. You know, when they were there, they were just enjoying themselves, and then they were catching fun of cruise of everybody. Then when they were caught and they were shot and whatever, they are, people mellow. So until you punish people for crime, when that time somebody who has killed so many people, they give me amnesty. How can you say you are considering amnesty for them by sending them abroad, sending them, giving them this and that, giving them that, and those who have been rendered homeless are in IDP, not be able to eat for a day or two. So you are encouraging criminality, and that's why you see some of the people we see today, where this issue of amnesty started. Those who led the militant that time, they are multi-billionaires now. And people are seeing them and say, look, this in pay. It pays. Because see this man that has been against the government, he has become a multi-billionaire because the government will give him contracts. They will give them some other thing just because they are holding the state to ransom. So if you are encouraging criminality, by not punishing them, you will not deter any punishment. So asking them to come and hand over whatever you call it, arm or whatever you call it, will not because they will never hand over all their arms. They can only give you little and then they give some for future engagement or for future responsibility.
Is it fair to blame politicians? Is it fair to blame politicians? Because if you take a look at most of these people, they were recruited. Yeah,
politicians.
exactly.
Yes, politicians are to be blamed, but not you can't generalize it. You won't say politicians generally. Say those who have the potential to be in government and some other politicians. Yes, some politicians use them as what's it called, security aids or whatever, and then thereafter they become something. You remember the history of how Boko Haram came here. Boko Haram, the leader of the Boko Haram that was Yusuf. He was a commissioner under the tenure of this current vice president. He was a commissioner, and then he has a gang of people who that is being provided as a private security for the state, and then they became and something happened. It was and then they become like something else. So when you use people for political gain, thereafter, and you give them certain things that they will use, you won't be able to control them thereafter. So for me, I will not generalize. I will not say the politicians or whatever. Yes, I will not speak ignorance of that, but the fact that people don't do that or that they don't exist. There is no general. It is people generally want to. We don't have politics in Nigeria. We don't have for governance. We don't have policy that is based on I want to govern. It's based on winning election.
Thank you very much.
And when the winning election finish, they won't know
what to do with
Thank you, Barrister. Barrister Evans, now, add this to your potential. How can we say the social media played a role in actually pressuring the GIGM to give out the statements? And how can this influence public trust? Because it's the way the citizens went out and were at their offices doing the videos that made them to now issue a statement.
Yes.
Now, how can we say the social media played a role in this?
No, the social media played a very fundamental role. In fact, I got to know about it from the social media in the first place. And that they were being called out on Twitter, on everywhere. The videos were flying all over the place. And the tone, the public resolution was that the driver was the one. That's how they were directing the question. So to put the company on the spot, to put them under pressure. And that pressure seems to be, the way Nigerian businesses operate. Most times they will tell you that it's not them, they are helpless, that they are affected. But this one, I don't think people were ready to take that. And that is why the social media have helped in so many situations. And the girl that was killed in Akwa Ibom, it was social media that was used to excavate and trace who was responsible for that. So I gave it to this society. We are very vigilant now, especially with the fact that we have camera phones. Whatever is happening, people are already putting it up there and all that. And there's a need for us to do more. The security agencies must do more. The leaders must come down from their high horses. It's unnecessary. You see this Ojo, this man, Minister for Interior. Yes, over the weekend, he tweeted that he's calling Fisayo and one other guy to come to a roundtable meeting about the prison to discuss the prison issue and all things like that. And I tweeted there that you should add to the agenda when they are discussing about the sewage system in the prison. The situation where an inmate will step into the sockaway to use bucket to scoop excreta out is not acceptable. You understand? He liked the tweet, retweeted, and came to my inbox. So I was chatting with him all through. And I said, he said whether I should join him. I said, I'm not coming. I don't have time. I'm in court. You understand? That is how leaders should be. Somebody had or raised an issue. You come to have a conversation with the person. You understand? It is important, whether it's pretending or not. But leaders should calm down. Okay, because this security we are talking about, at first, I don't think Ribadu should be going up and down and talking about security. He knows nothing about security. He's not doing anything about security. Okay? Let them leave that Abuja, their offices, and come to the streets. You understand? Let's devise a means to put insurgency and kidnapping behind us. We can do that if we have a general resolve to so do. It's very important.
Yeah, thank you.
Very true. Unfortunately, at a time when other countries, neighboring countries that is, are raking in billions in tourism, because of course there's peace in such communities, Nigeria, we can't even boast of that, unfortunately. Well, that's just about the time and the size of our package today. I'd love to say thank you to Barrister Vansafeli.
Thank
you
you.
very
Pastor Tunji Abdulhamid, thank you as always.
Thank you.
We truly do appreciate your time. All right, people, that's just about the time we have once more. I'd love to say thank you to you for keeping the date with us. We truly do appreciate your time, but please do well to visit us. You can always find us at enterprisetvnews.com, and also you may like, comment respectfully, that is, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry.
And I'm Choma Ford.